Donald Trump is now trying to cancel Fox because they did something crazy, man. They ran a poll and he didn't look very good in the poll, and they still published the poll. So I think they've got to die. That's Donald Trump's position. We're going to show you the poll. We're also going to give you his freak out, but here is all it took for him to lose his mind. A poll that appears to show that Harris is up 1 point in the sunbelt states. So in Arizona, she's up by a point. In Georgia, she's up by 2. In Nevada, she's up by 2. And in North Carolina, Trump is up by 1. And they reported that. And so he hates their guts.
A storm is tearing up the digital media industry. Only our audience can save us in these difficult times. Help us reach our goal of 100,000 new members at tyt.com/team.
This is, again, like if you believe that we should not put someone into the presidency who's driven by emotions, there's literally never been anyone in politics that is more emotional than Donald Trump. Now, why would this make him so mad? That data doesn't look too bad, does it? Well, it does look pretty bad when you put it in the context of what that same Fox News poll said just a few months ago. In past Fox News surveys, Biden trailed Trump in each state by 5 in Arizona and Nevada, so a 6-point swing, by 6 in Georgia, so that's a 4-point swing, and 5 points in North Carolina, so that is a 4-point swing as well. So it appears that Kamala Harris has gained about 4 to 6 points in these states, and he does not like when people acknowledge that. So here's what he put out, saying it's got a clever title: "We report, you decide. Fox's polling has an awful track record." So basically they're saying that in 2020 in some of these states, Fox's polls weren't accurate. And because they weren't accurate in 2020, they should not be allowed to put out any polls this time around. I just want to remind everyone that Donald Trump frequently posts the results of Rasmussen polls. So I don't think he's that committed to accurate polling. I think this is an opportunistic thing. But what I love about this is even in his little article there, he talks about how Fox's June 2020 polling wasn't accurate. You see what he's doing there? He's saying that what they said was going to happen in June of 2020 was different than what happened in November of 2020, which is not an inaccurate poll. It's a 6-month early poll, or maybe not 6, but it's quite a bit off. And so all of this is so fake. The fakest thing is something he has started to do now. He doesn't have a bunch of actual polls showing him winning that he can, like flood Truth Social with. So what they're doing is they're unskewing the polls, which means they take the polls that an actual company has done, they change the results to something they like, and then say, this is the accurate poll. And so you can see an example of it right here. So instead of, for instance, Harris being up by a point or 2 points, or Trump being up by 1, Trump is up by 6 to 9 points. I mean, I get that will make you feel nicer. It's nice to be up by a bunch of points, but that's not what the poll actually showed. So this is kind of a ridiculous, and I would argue humiliating, waste of time. But it's not new for Donald Trump. He had previously freaked out by saying, why is Fox News putting on crazy Kamala Harris rallies? Why do they allow the perverts at the failed and disgraced Lincoln Project to advertise on Fox News? See, Fox News should not be a bastion of free speech. They should ban Lincoln Project from advertising. That is what Donald Trump, lover of free speech, is saying there. And then he goes on about the fact that they have George Conway on, and I guess they're not allowed to because Donald Trump doesn't like them. So again, all of this is just emotional knee-jerk lashing out at the fact that the campaign is not what it was a month or 2 ago. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.